Yes, brothers and sisters, we are finally back again for another reaction on this BrBpTV. Be real, be positive television, brothers and sisters. I won't be dropping another reaction today on a Mr. Leaks reaction, guys. However, I do have some content that need to drop on that channel, so I'll hopefully drop it tomorrow right there. And of course, with all I said right there, guys, don't forget to check out the first comment in the comment box below, guys. Of course, the previous reaction on this channel will be in the link. If you have not seen it yet, it'll be in the first comment in the comment box below. Anyways, guys, with all I said right there, let's get into the vibrations for today right there. Of course, this individual, Kentish 37, made an important statement, and I'm also, of course, bringing it forth to you guys right there when I was viewing the comments. Like I tell you guys, I tend to always watch all my comments and stuff. So if you want to leave your comments and stuff, let me know what you're thinking when I do my reactions. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, and of course give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that right there and then. But of course, Kentish made an important statement. He stated that the prime minister, I'm guessing he's trying to indicate right there, the prime minister first said that she resigned, then he said that she retired. Of course, resigning and retire carry two different weight points, but of course we don't really know what exactly she did. That's what the prime minister stated, and the question here is, do you believe that the prime minister has to say or does say when it comes on to certain things that he has stated in the public? Anyways, brothers and sisters, now you can tell me where there is a sense. I'm sure you're saying, well, you can't tell me where there's a sense in this. The prime minister's nominee was announced before she resigned. I think that is the important point right there. The prime minister's nominee was announced before she resigned or retired, as the prime minister stated. He stated these things, guys, and Kentish pointed this out. Now, when you are nominating somebody according to the constitution, brothers and sisters, you should not be involved in any emoluments or compensation of sorts, right? So on the basis of when she resigned, I think she resigned on the 11th, he stated, and he announced, from my understanding, he announced her presidency, nomination for president, way before that time. So if she was still employed and you announced the nomination, that would also disqualify her. Now, I heard some individuals making a statement on the basis that because she's not employed. Now, brothers and sisters, there's one thing to be employed and not employed, and then still making monies as a result of your recent ending of your well, not with termination of your employment. Is that the right word? Or the stopping, retiring of your employment right there. So it is not just saying, oh, because she resigned or she retired, whatever it is. If she's still making a level of monies, whatever the compensation level has to be, because they said emoluments, payments from salaries. So if the company still owes you monies, you are still receiving funds from it. That was my point right when I made that statement, which is, of course, it has a lot of weight to it, because it did not say, okay, you retired and you're no longer making any funds. It said emoluments based off employment. And if you're not employed or you retired and they still have some monies for you, you should not be considered for that position. And on the basis of what he's saying there, on the basis of when it was announced, if she was still employed, that would automatically disqualify her. Irregardless of whether, at the time of election, remember your nominations has to be within the laws. If he announced it before she resigned from her job or retired from her job, then that would automatically disqualify her from being a nominee. You understand my point? And if that doesn't disqualify her on the basis that she might still be receiving funds, then that, of course, would definitely disqualify her right there. Of course, we know that Annette would have definitely been disqualified. There's no ifs or buts about it. She was employed. Well, according to what they're saying, she was employed by the Dominica State College and should not be, but they still let it run, because I guess Scary did bring up a good idea on the basis of, hey, your candidate is still employed, and on the basis of 21.2, it says that you should not be receiving any sort of employment benefits and these kind of things there. So I guess he knows that his candidate was, in this, because if you still decide to bring it to court and then you did thing, you can still present that. And I think maybe they should they bring them to court to try to clarify and say, okay, this is this, but some people might not want to go through the hassle and bustle of this. So that they might just say, okay, leave well alone and leave it, because you take money for you to go and find out, certain things, bring it in front of the court and so forth and so forth. So scare them as well, like, okay, we know there's an error there, but your candidate also has an error. So on the basis of that, let's make it run, and then they can still present it and say, but hey, your candidate was employed. What about, So I guessing they won't be taking that to court. Right there, Skerrit had the upper hand on that regard. I can't lie. But on the basis of that, I still think she should not be qualified if she was employed before the 11th. She was employed before the 11th, and Skerrit made the nomination before September 11th, saying that she would, then that would also disqualify her as well. Also on the basis that if she was still receiving some sort of funds, whether it's her last set of payments or whatever, it's still monies from the job that she would be getting even after this whole thing right here. What are your thoughts, guys? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. I definitely got check out the comments, so leave your thoughts as well on the basis of this serial violation. This is what individuals have been stating based on the Public Service Act 2301 14.3. A public officer shall not be canvassed for or against or be an agent or representative of any candidate under the House of Assembly Elections Act. That is another one right there. I think individuals, it seems like she's vying more on the DLP team, and therefore they say they can canvass for or against or be an agent or a representative of any candidate under the House of Assembly Elections Act, or any law amending or replacing. That's a good point right there. So like I said before, both of them should be disqualified, both the opposition and the government. And then we see in this one as well, or any law amending or replacing it, or as an agent or assistant in any city, town, urban or village council, or the Carib Reserve Council elections. Or C, hold office in any, but apparently they didn't bring this up. They didn't seem to have brought this up in the parliament yesterday. Of course, C stating hold office in any political party or associates or involve his or her post in the public service in any political activity. So it's not just saying employment, but there's also the involvement in political activities. This is one of the reasons why there was a whole uproar about Charles Savary. And Charles Savary should not also be nominated because he was part of the political affiliations. And on the basis of that, Annette also is also a part of the United Workers Party, and on the basis of that will also disqualify as well. Guys, I'm just being frank and real with you guys, based on the laws of the country, so there's also that aspect as well. As a public officer, Sylvanie Burton repeatedly breached the Public Service Act and Civil Service Staff Regulations. She aided and abetted the abuse of incumbent operating as a deputy chairman and campaign manager for the Dominica Labour Party. So if that is the case right there, the basis that if she did these things shows that she was also one-sided, to showcase that, hey, if I'm campaigning for the DLP party in 2014 and this kind of things, that you also violated that right. So that is also one of the reasons why as well. So I think we need to, probably the other grounds of the employment one we cannot know, but based off this one right there, it's very, very clear that she should not have been, because she's very partisan. Right there, 2014 being openly politically partisan in the distribution and provision of government goods and services to influence votes. So if she was indeed involved in this, that would disqualify to be president, because if she's president now, apparently she's president now, she's obviously going to be doing the bidding of one side instead of both sides. And she's supposed to be neutral, just like the Mr. Speaker should be neutral, but we notice that is not the case at all. What are your thoughts, guys? Anyways, let's move on right there. I saw this thing. This was some time back, brothers and sisters, and this is what I think her name is Danish Charles. I think this is Danish. I could be wrong, but you guys will correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is Danish Charles. Labor has. Only people that haven't traveled will believe that. What a wow. Do a checkup, my people. Just like people say in Dominica is the nature of the Caribbean. That's what we tell ourselves how we are. But you go to other places and they have water more than the entire island, including bush. They have more water than bush and water in Dominica, but we consider ourselves the nature of the Caribbean. You go to Jamaica. Jamaica have different types of colors of rivers. They are blue, white, green, purple. Oh, I don't know if they're purple, but they have all sorts of colors of rivers. That is based off the rocks that is under them, the different color rocks causing the river to look different. You know, so when it comes to the nature isle, we want to pride ourselves on being a nature isle, brothers and sisters. But if you go everywhere, everywhere has nature, you know. But of course, we are the nature isle of the Caribbean. That's why we pride ourselves. What else can we push? You ask yourself that question, what else can we push? And it's on the basis of that very same sentiment why I don't understand. We are the nature isle of the Caribbean, and we have some serious problems with DOMLEC on the basis of utilizing alternative energy sources, which we can use, but have not done this for donkey years, you know, and have been setting up millions of dollars to do these things, for which, you know, now we involved in load shedding. Brothers and sisters, I will talk about that in a moment. But let's listen to what Auntie is saying right there.
Been running this country.
Well, let's go back. We forget what she said in the beginning. She's always forgettable.
Labor has been running this country and has brought this country from being the last in the Caribbean to the first.
To the first, wow. Okay.
When they're talking about
Infrastructure, okay.
in the Caribbean, who you think they're talking about?
Dominica?
Dominica.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it, labor rights.
Yes.
You know, you've been doing your homework.
What homework? Which research? What type of research have they been doing? What research? Infrastructure on the basis of what? Where? You travel? You haven't traveled? Okay.
And Dominica is the envy of the region right now.
I have never heard anybody saying they envy Dominica. I've never heard that. I've heard people saying they envy Dominican people on the basis of them moving out of Dominica and making things happen for themselves because they have their drive to do that. So they envy Dominicans outside of Dominica doing things in their country that is propelling them much faster than the very citizens themselves. I've heard people saying that they envy Dominicans and the way they work outside of Dominica. Those in Dominica, I've never heard. So much less for saying about infrastructure in Dominica. I've never heard, and trust me, I've traveled. I have never in my life heard that. Have you? Maybe you have. Let me know that in the comment box below. But she's talking about the infrastructure, brothers and sisters. And of course, you know, we live in these modern times. But of course, we definitely have videos. It's not just saying things anymore, you know. So this is the envy that she's talking about. Just look at. Let me see if I can make this. Let me just before I continue this whole thing right there. Just look at the envy she's talking about. The envy, wow. Wow, you know, it's beautiful. This is the capital city, you know, by matter of fact. The capital. Portsmouth don't have all this craziness there, no? Even though Portsmouth don't have much businesses. But Portsmouth don't have all those things there. So that is the envy of the Caribbean right there. That is the envy. Okay. All right then. Oh, brothers and sisters, you have to be careful there. Falling rocks. You would think that they would know that Dominica has falling rocks and would set up certain tents and stuff to at least, you know, prevent the accident here and there, you know. But maybe we don't have money to do these things. So there's a gigantic rock. A gigantic rock, man. It just fall down. You know, sometimes things fall and sometimes they stay up. Some other times they're just waiting to fall. You know, yes, man. If somebody was passing and you knock them out now.
Careful, guys. Collier Highway.
Collier Highway. Be mindful of Collier Highway, brothers and sisters. Just above there, it had a landslide after Hurricane Maria. Just over there. Look, more rocks are coming down. So just be mindful, okay? I just have to see this right there. Moving along, brothers and sisters. Yes, we have this. You know, you're not protecting the other people. I think this is a garbage truck. If that is not a garbage truck, I don't know. But it carrying some sort of things on it, and I think, you know, you probably need to cover that next thing. All your garbage go and mash up somebody's vehicle, or, you know, it blow in somebody's eyes and, you know, they get some disease. Who knows what kind of craziness are inside there. But yes, I think you don't even have the back. At least have the back now. You leave the back and go just so. You checking it wouldn't move. You know, you must have sprayed with some starch so that whole thing doesn't move. You know? All right. Yes, okay then. We can do better. I think we should do better. We should do better, brothers and sisters. Talking about doing better, brothers and sisters, we have well, let me make this thing bigger so I can block out the background.
Huh?
So this is DOMLEC. DOMLEC is probably one of the reasons why, you know, them transformers overworking, man. Yes, they overworking. They're trying to produce, man. Or probably this is one of the old ones that they did not replace, you know. They have it there and, you know, it's just there surviving. They didn't. People do maintenance on these things, no, I don't know.
Baik, kau DOMLEC. Ngod.
Mana explore also like 10 kilos there with?
What? Nothing boom thing that, you know. It's not that a day.
Mana explore also like 10 kilos there with? Only let's run up up there.
Well, apparently they called DOMLEC and I guess it was out. They took it out. They must have turned it off or something. Hopefully they replace it. You know, hopefully they replace it and stuff. But there was a bit of an incident, brothers and sisters, that took place. There was a bit of that incident that took place. And you know what? You know what? Yes, you guessed it. You don't guess it yet? You know that symbol? You know that symbol? No? Yes, maybe? Well, the symbol upside down, brothers and sisters. The symbol is upside down. And this is DOMLEC. Yes, DOMLEC must have heard. Hey guys, this is smoking. What? I need to rush. Vroom, vroom. You know. And end up flipping. You know, flip. You know, flip flop. Click clack where your clacks.
See the post, bro. See that, man. See the DOMLEC, man. That pass all there, right there. Oh. How fast? See that, see.
So while one thing on post blazing, DOMLEC decide, you know what guys, we probably had too much post up. So they take down the post. You know they take down one of the posts? So less electricity. So on top of load shedding, DOMLEC people taking out their own posts.
See that, man. See the DOMLEC, man. That pass all there, right there. Oh. How fast? See that, see.
Boy, a jet plane not there, man.
What did you do? That post over there?
Cut it, he don't hit it. The man was a chain. The man used his vehicle, the DOMLEC vehicle, as a chainsaw. He was cutting plank.
Jack, see that?
Yes,
see them white line, see them white line.
Yes, them white line. Them white line need to
That
redo
post over
it.
there? Jack,
Because
see that?
them white line, DOMLEC was trying to erase the white line on the road.
White line, see them white line. Didn't fast, by Mr. Didn't fast.
He didn't fast, brothers and sisters. He forgot to pray. Thank God for technology. He didn't fast. Meaning he didn't drive fast, brothers and sisters. He's saying he wasn't driving fast. So the uncles repeat and say he didn't fast, apparently.
He didn't fast, by Mr. Didn't fast and the furious boy. 180.
180. Fast and the furious. The boy quave the pool. Shoot him. You know how, no boy, you know, he cannot speed for you to take out a piece of pool like that, guys. You have to have a level of speed, but you know. Hopefully the driver is okay.
Monsieur. Mr. Moostone like great,
DOMLEC checking. We doesn't make much money again, I guess. Because look, we're taking out light from these people, so we don't make much money. So might as well start doing some backhoe grading, you know. Let's try to shift some of these stones on the road. On the side of the road, let's shift something. We're probably going to expand. Let's go into land development, you know, road development. DOMLEC was probably trying to get involved with this. But they were doing it the wrong way because, I mean, your tire supposed to be on the road, not up in the air. You know, you're not a cat. You're not playing with a ball. Yes.
Move stone like grader, that's Mr. Push stone like grader. them thing in the corridor, nothing on Mister.
I tell you what, for real. Yes, Lord. So he tried to reinvent the line on the road. He tried to take out pole. Maybe he was trying to replace it. Maybe he was trying to reach to that thing. Saying, what? That cab is smoking. We only have one. We only have one remaining. And was probably rushing. Boom! Trying to see if he could get to it and, you know, save the day. But unfortunately, yeah, he didn't save the day in that regard. Brothers and sisters, accidents do happen. Take your time on the road for me now, please. DOMLEC, especially when it's not your vehicle. You know, some people always tend to take care of what is theirs. But when it comes to other people's things, they don't care at all. They don't see it as is not my vehicle. I can ride it like, you know, it's a transformer, it's a jet plane. He must have think it's a jet plane that day. Remember, brothers and sisters, the bottom of the thing didn't come out. Okay, that didn't come out. On top there it come out. Okay, so he must have go airborne. Yes, man. To take out the top of the pole and not that. Guys, I'm just saying, he could have bunged this and this was the weak part of the pole and break. But it looked basically is on the top. He flew, you know. And, you know, he was trying to erase the lines and all kind of things Mr. was trying to do. All sorts of things Mr. was deciding to do on the road. Try to take out the line. Try to be a backhoe. Trying to clear stone.
Mr. Push stone like grader. Them thing in the corridor, nothing on Mister.
Yes, Lord. Guys, take it easy on the road for me now, please. DOMLEC, I mean, you enough problems already. Now you're going to give the person that driving that going to give DOMLEC more stress. More stress. They have to get another vehicle now. Or, you know, do according to scare them. Probably they'll have to fix that vehicle. Nothing wrong with fixing that vehicle. I just think the bottom of it, you know, needs some fixing. Not let me the bottom. The top that is on the bottom needs some fixing and stuff. And then it'll be good to go. But there's more expense for DOMLEC. You know, at least try to conserve the vehicles that are there, even though they might be outdated. Maybe the tires them. Maybe it's the tires them. It was wet. The road was looking like it wet, brothers and sisters. So maybe the tires them was smoothing out. DOMLEC probably didn't have the funds for them to be able to buy new tires so that they can, you know, put the new tires on the vehicles to, you know, have some sort of safety measures, you know. But maybe DOMLEC checking, you know, too expensive. Tires go up, might as well. Let me see the tire threadings of these things. We have the tire threadings, Nagasa. Hey, technology, we zoom in for me, please. Oh, zoom in. Well, do looking like they are proper threading now. They probably looking like well, I know for sure. You see that thing there? Well, you know. DOMLEC, take it easy for us, please. We already under some serious stress of having no electricity. Look how you take electricity again to the air. No, look at that. You decide you want to take out the pole that provided electricity for people, to put people in more problem again. So they are the pole to fix, then the vehicle to fix. And we're still trying to get generators, brothers and sisters. We're still trying to get generators. Well, I don't know if we're still trying to. We're trying to go into things that will most likely be lasting for a few years. Yes, because apparently we're looking into alternative supply, which makes sense, true, we need it. But on the basis of, you know, present situation, I think we need some new generators. You know, I think we do. Do you agree with me, guys? Let me know if you agree with me or disagree. If we need new generators and, you know, continue working on the solar stuff and the geothermal that is non-existent. $120 million spent and nothing has happened as a result of it. But I think we can get some generators at least. Or we should hire people to just ride bicycle to turn a chain. Yes, man. Get some of the NEP workers to come and ride a bicycle, connect it to a chain that turn in a turbine. You know, the Prime Minister was talking about healthy practices and this kind of things. Then we can ride bikes. I myself will want to join in. Yes. So we can generate electricity and charge batteries, man. And that can produce something for the night. It seems like it's in a rat race we be, man. Because DOMLEC itself trying to take out electricity. Oh, Lord. Guys, what are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, right there and then. And of course, this is pretty much all about for these vibrations. I just kicked off a bit here and there. Hopefully, nothing happens to this individual. But I think we need to be careful on the road, brothers and sisters, especially driving fast. Huh? What the uncle say? He didn't fast.
Didn't fast by me.
Yeah, so stop didn't fasting and start driving properly, please. Okay, with all I said right there, guys, what are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. Give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that right there and then. And of course, I'll see you guys in the next BrBpTV reaction vibrations right there and then. I'll see you guys in the other one. Be real, be positive, boom bang.